Good morning, fishy fam. Glad you can make it right here where the Aquarius go to be in the know. It's the Aquatic Morning Show.
Good morning, everyone, and how are you guys? It is good to see everybody in chat this morning, and we've got a really awesome guest. We have got Grant from Crayfish Empire. Come on up, Grant.
Hey, guys.
How are you?
Morning.
I'm doing pretty well. How are you guys?
We're doing good. I'm doing good. I guess I can't speak for Rocko, but we're doing good.
A little envious.
Me on here.
So we're going to say good morning to some people in chat. Good morning, Mystery Snail Guardians. Miss Annette, how are you doing this morning? And there's Mr. Grant in chat. Fish on Taintix. Good morning. Let me scroll on down. Let's see. Dave from Iowa. Wait, didn't you just say you're from Iowa too?
Yeah, yep.
Do you know Dave from Iowa?
Gonna pull up the chat really quick.
If not, y'all need to hook up. Bigfoot Fish Tanks. Dennis, good morning. Shanna, good morning. Well, I'll talk about that close in a little bit, but let's see. Amanda Holdren, good morning. 3G. Greg, something's wrong with your avatar, man. Let's see. Greg's Planet Tanks. Miss Roxanne. Miss Roxanne wants to win that box.
I was just going to say.
I'd be surprised if she didn't order one. Let's see.
Right.
Jimmy P's Aquariums. Scrolling. Joe Shrimp Shack. Good morning, Joe. How are you?
My buddy right there, boy.
Main sponsors. Trying to find out what to talk about tomorrow. We'll see if we can come up with something. Karen E. Good morning. Whoa, chat jumped all the way to the bottom. Dang, I hate it when it does that.
I know.
Ricky. Good morning, Ricky. And Rico Stan. Good morning. John McKenzie. What's going on? Too Coolie for Schoolie. Okay. Lake Maya 6. Lake Maya 6. Well, good morning. If I didn't say your name right, I'm really sorry. But thank you for being here. I hope you enjoy the show and you come back for a second and third and fourth and fifth and so on.
Right. Etc.
Exactly. Mississippi Hippie. Miss Dee Dee, good morning.
Oh, it's Lauren. Lake Maya is Lauren.
Okay, good deal.
That'll be an easy one. That's my daughter-in-law's name, so that'll be an easy one to remember.
Twins Aquarium. That's cute. Grant will know me as Charles Ians.
Yep.
Well, good morning. Okay, Mississippi Hippie. I will, Miss Sherry. Christopher Wheeler, good morning. Welcome. There are new faces here this morning. Definitely.
Right. A bunch of new faces.
It's good to see you guys, and welcome to the fish family. Which
Karen
is not
E,
just
good
fish
morning.
family. We're an all animals type, but mainly
fishes.
Yeah, but mainly focused on fish. Or snails, anything aquatic. Right. But we will talk about our dogs and horses and all that too sometimes.
Morning, Miss Whitney.
JL not here. You were echoing or something now, Rocko. I don't know why.
I got my earbuds in too.
It's not bad. It's just a little bit. And it's not me. It's when you come through speaking, not when I speak.
Right.
Our Eric, why not? Good morning. Driving to the store early. Ooh, you have a new Pokemon arriving today.
Ooh,
that's right. We do. You know, everybody knows us as the Aquatic Morning Show and our screen names and everything. And we do. We mainly focus on our animals and, aquatic things here. But we all have other, other interests as well. So that's pretty cool. Whitney Wheeler. With the dark hair and ginger beard, family, right? You know who he reminds me of? Looks like Jay. You look like Jay Oliver to me.
Yeah, a little bit, huh?
I might be dating both of us, but I have no idea who that is.
Hey, whatever works.
Right.
All right. So, ISHP. Good morning, Steph. How are you? So we're gonna get into some nitty gritty, also, Grant, do you want to show what we're going to be giving away in the second part of the show?
Yeah,
absolutely. So the Mystery Snail Guardians has arranged for the MSG kit to be given away, and it's an almost pet-proof box. Here, let me bring this down just a little bit. It's almost a pet-proof box, almost, because some pets are smart. It's a durable plastic bin, and it will have some Snello. And if you don't know what Snello is, I'm sure it'll come up later in this stream. Some mixed calcium chips, some snail cookies, which even shrimp will go after.
Yes.
Snello Boost, which I'll go into depth with later.
Okay.
And if I can get it out of the bottom, calcium carbonate blocks.
Way cool. Way cool.
Everyone loves stickers too.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Love it.
Steph, it is too coolie for schoolie. It is the box is awesome. Like it's so cool. It's like one of the coolest things I've ever gotten in the mail, other than fish.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Get, if you order fish food, it just comes in and you're like, oh, okay, I got my fish food. But you get this and you're like, what? This is so cool. It comes in a cute
exactly. Because normally when you buy fish food, it's in just a big bag, because I buy it by the pound or whatever. And it's in this big old Ziploc bag. And, and then sometimes when you try to bust it open, the little seal thing tears off into one big piece. So you got like a flap, and then you got the whole thing on this side, and it just doesn't stay fresh, But I will say this from personal experience: everything that I've gotten out of the Snail Guardian box that I got was above and beyond, way above and beyond. I mean, it's like the box, even the box was as cool as could be, because you're not used to getting that. And then all the packaging, even the packaging was just like, it wasn't far from being cheap. It was far from being cheap. It's like really good quality stuff just for a bag. So, I mean, that just goes to show you the kind of thought process that goes behind these products. It's not just about the product. It's about the consumer as well.
Right.
And it's just amazing.
We'll go in depth on it a little bit later in the show. But Whitney Wheeler, good morning. Good to see you and welcome. Let's look. I got the top first question.
Oh,
how in the heck did you get into Crayfish Empire?
So Crayfish Empire itself started about 2015, 2014, and the back then it was just Grant's Aquatics because I wasn't focusing on crayfish. It's been a wild trip since then. So 2015 in November, I broke both of my legs in a motorcycle accident.
Oh, dang.
And all my stuff was downstairs. You do that too, Rocko?
Yeah, I almost lost my leg.
Yeah, that stuff's not fun. In the ER, they said right before I went out, we might have to amputate it. So when I came back, like hours later, I was freaking out in the bed, like, where's my leg? Where's my leg? So they put a nerve block.
Wow.
Been there.
0 out of 10. Do not recommend that. But over the course of about next year, I was stuck in bed, and all my fish had died, but all the crayfish lived. So my parents and family tried their best, but like heaters failed and stuff. So I had crayfish, and I'm like, wow, it's like an army of crayfish down here. So I thought, wow, it's almost like an empire of crayfish. So eventually I just came up with my empire of crayfish and Crayfish Empire.
Way cool, man.
I like it.
The shift to food happened when I was starting to experience shell rot in the crayfish, and so I started making homemade food to treat that.
Now, how did you find out to go to like a homemade food? Like, I wouldn't think that if my fish were sick or whatever to start making my own food. So how did you go towards that instead of like getting online and trying to find medications and all of that?
Yeah, that was
So lots of Googling, lots of research, and then lots of trial and error.
Okay.
So I'd recognized, I'd see the rusty spot on the side, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah.
So I go Google it. Initially, it was that there was a deficiency in calcium intake, and so I just add Tums, or antacid, I should say, for legal purposes. Antacids, I crush them up and everything and put them in the food, which seems to be the normal Snello recipe now. Now just go get powdered limestone. It's cheaper, it's safer, more pure. And nothing happened. So I did some more research and I found some studies where increasing iodine in certain invertebrate species helped the absorption of calcium. So I found sources of that, and kelp was a really good one. So I put dried kelp in it.
right.
And within maybe 2 or 3 weeks, they had molted a couple times because they were small. And they I don't want to use the word healed themselves. They got fixed.
Right.
And so
That's awesome.
snail breeders just took off from there with that recipe, which is the original Snello mix, and it just grew from there.
That is like
Fantastic.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have thought to just go, searching and trying to make my own food. So that's
Right.
amazing. That
is way cool, man.
cool.
It was an interesting problem, and I guess I came up with an interesting solution.
You did very much so.
Right on.
You had a little time on your hands too, so
I know how that goes.
Let's see. We've got some more people that have joined us in chat. Degenerate.
Jason, what's up, buddy?
Sharpie. Ian Atkins, Nature's Aquariums. Darlene's Tanks. I think that's it. All right. So what kind of crayfish do you have?
So right now all I've got are the cloning crayfish. But I used to have the electric blue, which is Procambris alani, and I used to have the Louisiana crawfish, both the blue and red variants of that.
Oh, wow.
They're all pretty common crayfish. I haven't had anything like super
Right.
exciting.
Like the red, white, and blues, or the
Yeah, those are really cool. My green crayfish, and if anyone wants to look this up, it's called a Christmas tree crayfish. I'll just post the scientific name and during our break, but it's so cool. It
Awesome.
comes from overseas. The crayfish industry across the sea it'll be my heaven.
wow.
Oh, really?
So
Is it
it's
that
really
big over there?
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
huge.
big over there? Okay, so
How awesome is that? I really want to get one of those Mexican orange ones. That's what I don't know what it is about orange shrimp, orange crayfish. They're just amazing looking to me. I don't know what it is.
Okay, is this it? Wait, no, that's the electric blue.
I posted the scientific name in the comments. Procambris pygmaeus. I don't know. I don't think I can post pictures in the chat, but
No, but I can copy it and bring it up. Let's see.
Oops, that's over 300. Oh, why don't I just send it to the chat?
There you go.
Whoops, that's
Copy.
the YouTube link. There we go. I'm a little bit slow this morning.
Oh no, you're
Oh, that's all right. I'm still on my first cup of coffee, so you're good, brother.
Christmas.
Not for that. You're from the Midwest too, so that's a plus.
Okay, hang on. Let me stop that screen and share this other screen.
But there are so many crayfish, and the breeders overseas have done so much to bring variety to each species, and I think it's cool. They have so much more patience than I do.
I hear you. So if you had a bucket list crayfish, what would it be?
A what?
If you had a bucket list crayfish that you just had to have, you haven't had it yet, but you it's one of those ones that's just like, one day I'll have that crayfish. What would it be?
I think it's a Cambrus bartoni. Cambrus bartoni.
Mystery crayfish.
See if I can
Those are
spell
neat
this.
looking.
It's like a Stony Brook crayfish or something.
Okay.
And it just looks like it's on steroids. It's small but bulky, and I love it because
Really?
it to me it looks so weird as a crayfish because I'm
It's
used to it.
the quarter horse of crayfish.
Right? Yeah, I was thinking something along that lines too.
And then there's the Chirax Destructor, I think. I might.
I dig it already. Destructor.
Right.
I dig it already.
But that's a pretty popular one. There's a lot of people that have been bringing or importing those for breeding purposes and stuff. So I'm sure that might be the first one I get out of my bucket list. But definitely the Cambrus bartoni eventually in my lifetime.
Right. So it looks like it's kind of like a bronzish color, orangish color.
Yeah, it's pretty plain. A lot of the natural crayfish, their colors haven't been developed by the breeding industry, so they're
Right.
still meant to not be food.
Right. Right.
Does that look like it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, in your area, as far as wild crayfish, what are those? Because I know there's a creek I know you know where Route 30 is.
Yep.
Route 30 goes right down. Route 30 was literally in my backyard when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's a creek that runs through there. It's like the Hennepin Canal, and then there's the creek, and then there's the Rock River. Well, that creek that ran by my house dumped into the Rock River right behind my house. And we used to wade that as a kid, going back there to get catfish bait, and we would catch all these different crayfish and stuff like that. But there was some really neat looking crayfish back then with some like their tails would have like an outline of blue and stuff like that on their tails. It was really, really neat.
Whoa, look at that sucker. Wow. That is amazing.
What we see a lot now of, I can't talk. What we see a lot of now is the rusty crayfish in Iowa and Minnesota. It's probably been over 5 years since I've seen or caught anything else. So I don't know if it's just that the rusties are dumb enough to get caught by me, or if they're just the only thing around right now. But yeah, when I'm like clearing private ponds and stuff, I used to just haul out hundreds of those rusty crayfish, and I don't see the blue mark that you mentioned, so you might have had a different crayfish. But
now, like I said, if you go down Route 30 and you'll go just before you're about, maybe half a mile from the Rock Falls city border, or the city, what do you call it, city line or county line, whatever. Right there, you'll see that little creek that runs through, and I don't know the name of that creek, and I lived there for 20 some years, but there's a little creek right there.
Rock Falls in Iowa?
No, in Illinois. Illinois.
I'll run back there.
Illinois. If you're going down Route 30, you'll see on on the right hand side, there'll be like a little place they sell trailers and stuff like that. And then on the left hand side, you'll see a gravel pit and some like factory buildings. And then you'll see like a Ford tractor dealership. Right past that, you'll see the little creek that runs right through the road there. And if you go down right there off that road, right off the road, right off the highway, and is go down, you'll see there's like a little, like a whirlpool right in there. And it's not real deep. It might be like chest deep. Right there is where I used to catch all those crazy crayfish right there. Check it out. Let me know how it goes if you go.
Yeah, well, I know I'm going to be making more trips to Illinois now that I've gotten more supplies from restaurant auctions and stuff to make my stuff more food safe.
Sure.
So I'm sure I'll be going that direction sometime. I'll have to swing by. I'll probably bug you for instructions again sometime.
Oh no, please do, and I could probably hook you up with a few folks out there to give you a hand too.
Help.
Jenny Lynn, welcome to the show. Skipper, good morning. Pepling Creek, good morning. Let's see. I think that was all of the other people that came on in. You're making me need crayfish. Yeah, the crawfish that I crayfish. I want to call them crawfish. The crayfish that I just had up on the screen, the that whatever culture. I think that's the one that I do think that is the one that Roe had. It did pass away the end of last year, I believe. Or maybe it was the beginning of this year, but she's actually got it in her freezer if she hasn't already had it. She's having it mounted.
Oh, wow.
Or stuffed, although I know there is a better term for that. I don't know what it is, but taxidermy. There you go. Yes. That's what she's having done to it. Because it was really, really pretty. That is a really pretty crayfish for sure. But that is probably I don't know how to say it. Like you got the Louisiana, God, I can't think of the word. Like native. There we go. Native. And then those are more bred to have the colors.
Yeah.
The different colors.
Selectively bred.
Yes. That's what I was looking for.
The as far as crayfish, if I can catch one, like if it's just on death's door, sometimes I can pull it out right after it's passed away. And I just set it on like I don't have one. I have like dozens of these tiny totes, and I just set it on the tote and kind of like arrange its legs or whatever and appendages, and they dry well. If it dries fast enough, then I just keep them on my shelf. So I've got some of my favorite breeders.
Oh, way cool.
Just sitting above a fireplace that doesn't run.
Yeah. They
right on.
I don't know. They just eat because they shed their shells and stuff so quick. They remind me of locusts.
Yep.
Their shells.
Yep.
That's what it reminds me of. You go pick them off the trees. But so you told us your favorite. Now, what is the one you dislike of them the most? Do you not like the designers? That's the word I was looking for. The more designer look, I guess.
I like the projects that have come out. I think so as far as the designers and selective breeding itself, like the morality of the whole thing, without them, I think a lot of crayfish species wouldn't get the light that they deserve. Obviously, you're not going to see these bright purple and pink things when it's supposed to be dark, rusty brown in the wild. But It's cool to be able to learn more about them that way. The species I dislike most is it's Cambrus. It's the dwarf blue one. I think it starts with a D.
Are they like a dwarf electric blue or something like that?
Kind of. They can get they can get brightly colored blue.
Right.
Cambrus. This is one of the two. I'll just post it in the comments here of the channel.
Ames, good morning.
Now,
Amazing Spiritfish.
do you see the red swan crayfish very often?
The Clarkia, Procamberus clarkia,
Yeah.
or Clarkie rather. Not in Iowa. That the Clarkia is what is the only species that I've gotten to dry well enough from my projects.
Gotcha.
But I don't have any that are alive right now, and nothing
Gotcha.
in Iowa.
Gotcha. We used to get them in that creek over there too sometimes.
They've expanded very rapidly. They're definitely invasive if you let them.
Right. Right.
The crayfish that I don't like very much, they're very aggressive when they're breeding. And so I had like 7, and one was a male, 6 were females. And somehow this guy killed all the females trying to breed them.
Beast mode.
Yeah. Talk about rough. It was not fun. It was an expensive crayfish.
Oh, I bet.
Have you guys had crayfish before?
I have not.
I've ate them.
Yeah, I have not kept them in an aquarium.
That I've never done either.
I remember, when we would boil them, playing with them as kids, and so on, and go into the ditches and finding the mud houses.
Yeah,
right.
And we would find them when the ditches were full of water and they were starting to go down. As kids, we would go and find them and all that. But no, I had not. As an adult, I have not kept them in a tank. The closest I got is the shrimps.
Yeah.
And now I did almost buy one, but I don't. All of my fish are nano, so
right.
I don't have and even my angels have long fins and stuff. So, in fact, let's get to that. When you have crayfish, what are some fish that you can keep with them?
Anything that is in there is a target, whether it's a plant, a fish, a snail, another crayfish. There we go. Joe's Shrimp Shack said Diminitus. It was Cambrus Diminitus that I was thinking of, not Schiffoldi or whatever. Everything's a target. Everything's food, whether it's dead or alive, plant, animal. So the faster the better, but there is always going to be a risk because everything's got to sleep at some point.
Right.
So to be on the safe side, if you're going to have a crayfish, it's just better to have him by himself.
That's what I like to do. I don't even house my crayfish with other crayfish except the clones, because they make too many babies too fast.
Okay, now explain clone.
So there's a species, it's Procambrus phalanx. The subspecies is Forma virginalis, but it's still the same species genetically as Procambrus phalanx. And I don't remember where it developed this, but it was observed that it didn't need a mate to develop eggs, and it just cloned itself. And it can clone between 25 to a couple hundred eggs at a time, which is why I can't keep up with them. I have a 40-gallon, and someday they're probably going to be turtle food.
Wow.
Yep. So it's
they grow eggs and fertilize them themselves, and then they grow the eggs and hatch the eggs. So they lay eggs, or do they hold on to them and then give live birth?
So under their tail, there are some swimmerets, and you'll see them like
fanning them.
And so on them, the eggs will be deposited from their orifice, and they'll hold them. I don't know if it sticks or holds, but it'll be held underneath the tail, and they'll just sit there and fan them to make sure they have enough oxygen. Otherwise, if they just laid them, they would just die because they need higher amounts of oxygen. And then they just hatch, and then they hold onto the swimmerets. I assume an evolutionary trait to prevent predation, make sure they can find food and they don't get stuck anywhere. And then eventually they just
let go.
leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Because
It
I was always confused because some people would say, I want to know they're live, you know, and then some people say, you know, well, they've got eggs. And I'm like, no. So it's kind of both. They have eggs, but then they have live ones.
Yeah. They I like that as an animal as a whole. Despite having so many, you know, if having 200 eggs in one batch for cloning crayfish,
that would be a lot.
Wow.
The species would probably do okay, even if the mom just kicked them out as soon as they hatched, just because there's that many. But hopefully no one releases those in their wild, otherwise
That'd be bad.
That would be very bad.
The price of crawfish tank.
Yeah. Right.
And they would probably out-eat all the other ones.
Yeah, so if something like that were to happen, and I should note that some states have even introduced the Louisiana crawfish species to places like Washington and I think Oregon, to bring things back into balance. But if it was introduced to the wrong place, not only would it eat the food that's meant for the other species, they can eat the plants, and if they remove enough plants, that can just change the entire ecosystem.
Yes.
Everything from the direction of a stream to, you know, opening up to a new plane that becomes, you know, a floodplain if it gets directed the wrong way. So.
Well, they are very good at cleaning up.
They are. They will eat anything.
Yes, exactly. Anything. So now you've got crayfish, but what about shrimp?
So I used to play with shrimp when I was making the snail cookies. So I just dropped. They were actually my testers when I wouldn't have mystery snails. I just dropped it in there, and I'm like, okay, well, if you guys are still alive, this was like 4 years ago. I definitely know they're still alive now. You know, drop it in there. If they were interested in it, great. If they weren't, then I'd pull it out. They're just so much work. So I've not had them for probably a year or so, but I want to get another colony, throw in a 20 or 40 gallon, and
what kind of shrimp did you have? Like
I just
regular
had some cherries.
You had cherry shrimp?
Yeah, I had Sakuras and Bloody Mary, I think.
And you find them harder to deal with than crayfish?
The crayfish they just sit in a PVC pipe. They don't really, kind of like my axolotl and Dusty. They just kind of sit there. So it's that's less stressful to me than water changes once a week.
Right on. Well, you know, if you're looking to get some shrimp, right over there, Joe Shrimp Shack. He has got some amazing shrimp. I mean, amazing.
We have a discount code.
Yes, right. That's right.
I'll have to bug someone for that sometime.
Oh,
and that's where I'm going to get my Mexican orange. That's where I'm going to get it from him.
Okay.
TAMS. It's a 10%. Yeah, 10% discount code that he gives us specifically for the morning show.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Joe's. Or Joe's Crab Shack. Not Joe's Crab Shack. I'm so sorry.
Crab Shack. But hey, that's why he named it that way, because it was so close to Crab Shack.
Yeah, it was catchy. It was catchy.
That's
very
good,
smart. I think it was very smart. Very smart. Alex Roberts, good morning. Welcome to the show. He said that's a lot of eggs for a crayfish, but us snail breeders know what that's like. Yeah, for real. Now, do you have any mystery snails?
I used to. So there were I had some in the tank that now that they're crayfish. No relation. They just happened to pass away before the crayfish got put in there.
Uh-huh.
But, they eat so much.
Yes, they
They
do.
they just eat so much. I mean, it's good that I produce their food. It would be just at cost, but that's a lot of work. That's more work than the shrimp. I'd rather have shrimp. So with the not having mystery snails, I've noticed a few customers are actually here in Des Moines with me.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're about as surprised as I am when I see that come up. And the most recent one was like 2 minutes down my road, which I thought was really cool. So when it comes to a new test or a new batch of cookies,
Yeah.
or calcium chips or whatever, sometimes I'll reach out to the local customers because I don't have the mystery snails, and I'll just give them a 4-ounce bag or bag of cookies or whatever, and just have them let me know do they still like it? Like, is the bag still good?
Right.
And,
That's the way to do it.
Well,
really smart.
Okay, so I guess we could go ahead and kind of get into that. So the box, which I have sitting right there, usually I do. It's got all these amazing things in it. But first, how did you and Mystery Snail Guardians get together and do this, or how did that relationship come to be?
So she's probably smiling right now. A long time ago, I used to sponsor groups, and I kept getting burned. So eventually I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing.
Yes.
I'm tired of giving away free stuff, and the return.
Yeah.
I knew not to expect a return, but I was just getting used at that point.
Right.
And, so she kept asking me, hey, do you want to sponsor my group? Everyone was asking, and I kept telling everyone no. But she asked just enough times, just like she did for this video, that I said yes. I'm terrified of public speaking, so that's
well, you're doing great.
You're doing fantastic.
I appreciate it. It's after a few years, it's gotten easier.
Right?
But I also think that's the fun part of it, like the adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
But she kept asking. I'm like, okay, fine. And so I worked with her group exclusively for a while, and then I worked out to other groups, and but we kept working on things together, and eventually she was like my leading affiliate, and still is the Mystery Snail Guardian group in general, and Annette. And so I thought, well, I've got to make another Snello mix, so why don't I just name this one after where most of my sales come from? Because that sense of pride or ownership can definitely help the community justify buying that. And then it just developed from there. We were noticing some patterns, like purchasing patterns. People would get the cookies and the Snello premix and the mixed chips. And I thought, why don't we just put this all in one box, discount it by 5 to 10%, and release it that way. So it's just an easy, hey, just get this box. This is all you need to get started with mystery snails, and then go from there.
Way cool. Now you also do the shrimp sticks as well, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm here to tell you, if you guys have shrimp, definitely check those shrimp sticks out, because I'm telling you what,
yes,
I've had different sticks that I've used, and my shrimps, of course, they loved it. They tore it up. But I'm here to tell you, I put one of these shrimp. This is no joke. This is this honest to God truth. I have pictures of it. Little tiny clips of it. I put that in there, and literally, it's like an army of shrimp just attacked this thing to destroy it. I am serious. They just tore it up. So, from my experience, guys, if you get a chance to buy these, definitely worth the money. Definitely worth a shot.
For real.
You mentioned purchasing them. The really cool thing that I think it's cool. Just over a year ago, I didn't grow up financially I guess, well, for a lack of better word. And
Same.
so, you know, trying out a new product, especially if it's like $6 or $7 for 10 6-inch sticks, like I want to know that that works before I go pay money for that, because it's not just the product but also shipping. So there are select products like the snail cookies and calcium chips. There we go. The cookie pellets and even the shrimp sticks, 2 6-inch shrimp sticks in a sample, so that people can just try them before they buy them.
Right.
So I think 99% of the time, everything loves it. There we go. There's a picture. And so having that opportunity to try it, and to get 2 shrimp sticks to try between, say, a Neo-Caridina and the Caridina species, you know, if both of your tanks don't like it, you only covered shipping.
Yeah.
Right.
So is the only flavor is the spirulina
for samples?
Okay, but do you carry other?
Yeah, so there is one other flavor that's I say flavor like it's ice cream.
I know, right? I didn't know
right.
the word.
To them, it might be, because they sure tear it up like it is.
I think it's a good word.
There is also the Crayfish Empire shrimp stick, and it was the first shrimp stick that was just a mix of ingredients.
Okay.
Which I'm pulling it up right now on the website. I'll post it in the comments as well. It is spirulina powder, mulberry leaf powder, beetroot powder, and of course bound by gelatin. And so with that mix, it seems to, if something doesn't like the spirulina one, it seems to like that one. And I assume it's the mulberry leaf powder that helps with it.
They like some mulberry leaves, that's for sure.
Yes. After seeing some homemade videos of shrimp sticks way at the beginning when I tried doing shrimp sticks 3.5 years ago, I always kept that ingredient in the back of my head because I thought I'm going to use it eventually.
Yeah, there's something about it for sure.
We've got a property that's up in another town just up from us, and they have a mulberry farm, which is unusual for Louisiana. I think they only get away with it because they're closer to Arkansas, but still in Louisiana, and they're close to that state line. If they were further south, like Baton Rouge, New Orleans, I don't think they'd get away with it. But when their leaves start dropping, I'm going to go up there and grab a bunch of mulberry leaves this year.
Right on.
Should be soon. Leaves should start dropping around here soon. So, yeah, I've heard it, and then I had gotten some leaves just to try, and they do really, really like mulberry leaves. Of course, when I don't have that, they're eating almond leaves, but that's all right too.
Sharpie Models and Aquatic says, have you tried adding nettles to the mix? Shrimp love nettles.
Nettles?
Have you ever tried that, Grant?
I was actually trying to be really smooth and grab a paper without anyone noticing so I could write that down. I have not tried it yet, but I'm always open to trying new things.
Yeah.
If anything, it's something that I can absolutely know it will work or it won't work. So it sounds. I know that nettles are nettle. I assume
what is
the powder version of the stinging nettle. It's very beneficial in many industries for health wise.
Oh, it's a plant. Nettle is a plant.
If the nettles that they're referring to as stinging nettle, I know exactly where that is because anytime there's anywhere, I always touch it.
And
I know, right?
And what does it do?
So it has an oil or a chemical on its leaves. And if you brush up against it, it won't do anything. But if you step into sunlight, it's going to burn. And it feels like if smacked your hand with a hammer,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like that throbbing for a little bit.
Yeah.
For me, that lasts about 15 minutes.
Really?
And then it goes away, and it's like it creates welts and stuff.
Oh,
But-
stinging nettle sucks.
But if you make a tea out of it, then it's healthy.
Well,
So-
I just ran across something that said that it's medicinal.
Yeah, yep. It has a defense, but it's also medicinal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sharpie says stinging nettles. Yes, just pull the fresh leaves, blanch in a mug in the microwave for a minute or so, rinse it, cool it, and drop it in the tank.
That's awesome. I'll have
That
to grab
is
some next
cool.
time.
I've never heard of that. Y'all look at my page of notes. It's just how do I keep and find anything?
I don't know.
Write it down, and then I'll be searching for it forever when I need it, along with all my sticky notes that are
Right.
Mm-hmm.
at least
You know
I
what,
keep them in a
Sharpie?
spot.
Itchweed is like that too. Itchweed is kind of like that too. It has the little hairs, and it's got like an acid on it. And when you brush up against it, man, you will itch and itch and itch and itch.
Yep.
Not cool.
And then I know that oak leaves are also they love shrimp and
Yeah, they'll chew that up too.
and so I would probably I'd put crayfish in that as well. I would just imagine that they would do the same. If I vote Miss Shanna, can mystery snails eat oak leaves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. There we go. Looks like Foxy already got that. Yeah, I'm starting to write down questions, so I know the answers to them later.
There you go. Yeah, and I do buy Indian almond leaves because I use those for my bettas.
for the tannins, right?
Yeah, well, for the medicinal purposes for them, and for that, because the reason I don't use oak leaves or anything like that for my bettas is because that's not native to them. So when breeding, I feel like I need to get as close to their native as I can. So I do buy the Indian almond leaves for them, but for the mystery snails and for the shrimp, shoot, oak leaves, mulberry leaves, yeah, game on.
Mm.
The only thing I haven't
I wonder
tried is like pine. I don't know if you can use pine cones, or I know you can use those little gumballs. We call them gumballs. They have the little balls
Yeah.
that are real pokey.
Okay. Yep. I know from the sycamore tree.
Yeah, you can use
Yep.
those. What else?
Now, what are those other things that look like tiny little pine cones? I can't
Those
remember
are
the name of
alder
them.
cones, I think.
Alder cones.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if you can use pine cones though because of the sap.
So with
I don't know.
pine, I believe it's pine, and if it's
Yeah.
not, then I've just been avoiding it for no reason. But I know that plasmases don't do well with certain woods, and I believe pine is one of those. So
And crepe myrtles are another one that you don't use in a tank. Don't
Yeah.
do
Right. Yeah.
I killed an entire tank of fish by thinking that I had really some real cool branches off of a crepe myrtle. That's when I first got
Right.
started. And I didn't know.
mhm.
Right. Now I'm wondering if pecan leaves would be okay. Or pecan tree. Or a pecan tree.
Pecan.
That's right. Pecans.
Pecan.
That's right.
Expensive food.
Yeah.
So
Sweet
I got-
gumballs.
I have 3 pecan trees back here, so
A sweet
Oh.
gum tree. Not a sycamore, sweet gum tree.
I'll have to visit sometime to steal some of those nuts.
shoot, tons of them. We
Yeah.
have neighbors come and knock on the door. Hey, can we go in the backyard and get some of those pecans?
So
Sure.
stinging nettles has the most iron in plants. Wow.
Hardwood,
Huh.
only pine, anything will kill a fish tank fast. So Sharpies is saying hardwoods
Yeah.
only. Don't
thought-
use pine for anything.
I thought so.
in a fish tank.
Now, the little, I guess the alder cones come from an alder tree.
Yeah, I think it's the white alder tree.
Okay.
There was a zoo near us in Des Moines. It's
Savvy.
Blank Park Zoo, I think.
Uh-huh.
And when I saw that they had the white alder tree there, it was near the petting zoo outside. Otherwise, everything would have been eaten. I saw all the alder cones on the ground. I just bugged everyone until I could find a manager to give me permission to pick up everything on the ground. And I walked out of there with a couple gallon bags of
Yeah.
alder cones, which were probably worth more than the ticket I spent to get in. So that was exciting.
Wow.
Right on.
I,
Right on.
I used that for my shrimp back then.
I don't know. I'm just one of those people. If it's not gonna hurt anything, then I just do it and go on with it. I love the saying, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
Yep, that's always easier. I'm just terrified.
And most of the time, I mean, shoot, they don't want them in the yard anyway. If you're cleaning up, you're doing them a favor.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, everybody's saying any hardwood, softwood, not recommended. The problem is, I didn't know the difference between hardwood and softwood. That was the problem. I do now. It's more of sap. If there's sap in the wood, if it's a sap type tree. But see, like maple, is maple a soft or a hardwood? See, I don't know.
Maple's a hardwood.
Okay, but it has maple syrup, which is that tree's sap.
Well, every tree's got sap.
I was just about to say, I think every tree has the fluids.
Some has more than others.
Just depends on the makeup of the tree, because like if you take a pine tree and chop that up and put that in your fireplace is going to get sooted up really, 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 really bad. Not to mention the fact that the chemicals coming off of the smoke in your house would probably kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But you can take like a piece of oak or a piece of some other hardwood and put it in there, and it's not as bad. You know what I mean? You won't get the soot in your chimney as bad. So, but I wouldn't recommend putting mesquite in your fireplace in your house. Might smell really good, but I don't think I'd do that. Exactly.
The
I could not.
pronunciation is who gives F, as long as they understand.
As long
Good
as
morning,
they understand.
Boy.
What's up?
Mopani wood is the best. I love Mopani wood, but my my plecos don't like it as much. It's too hard, I think, for them. But I have a bunch of tanks with Mopani wood. I buy the Mopani wood from like Petco and PetSmart, and then I'll bring it home because it sinks like automatically. Like it
immediately. Yep.
Yeah, and so I'll glue plants to it, and then when I go to these little places swap meets, I'll sell them because they sink automatically. You don't have to wait for them.
You don't have to float them or nothing, right?
Plants on them. Man, they're ready to go. Glue some Anubias on them and rock and roll. They sell really well. Good morning, Kenny E. Good morning. Good morning. I've had a twisted gnarly piece of driftwood in a tank for several years. Turns out that it's cottonwood. Is cottonwood a hard or a softwood?
I don't know. I've never used cottonwood for anything.
I love a cottonwood tree. I love a cottonwood tree. They're so pretty in the winter. So pretty in the winter. But I don't know if they're hard or soft.
I know what it is.
See, I put spider wood in my tank and it just fell apart.
That's strange. I've never had that happen.
I've got spider wood too. You know what spider wood really is?
Detroit shrimp.
Spider wood is, from what I was told, spider wood is azalea roots.
Yeah.
Huh.
I had a landscaping job, several landscaping jobs like 2 or 3 years ago. And they just gotten old. They were probably 20, 30 years old. And the roots on these son of a guns were
Massive.
amazing, but huge.
Mhm.
If I'd have known what I know now then,
Right.
heck of it.
Better
Yeah.
go plant some azaleas.
Right? Yeah, you don't want them azaleas? Yeah, we'll pull them out, no problem. Sure.
Take them off your hands.
The
They'll pay
similar
me to do it.
similar to that, the choya in Arizona, New Mexico, and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
We're paying X amount for these pieces, but there are people that just hate them so much in their lawn that I've had customers offer to me, if I drive down there, I can take their entire yard of choya. I haven't done that because gas is very expensive and I've got a truck. But
I can't.
Touche.
I don't. I like the cholla wood, but I don't like the tree. I do not think that is a pretty tree at all.
Just a
I don't
big
think I've ever
cactus.
seen
Yeah.
the tree before.
Exactly.
It's just a big cactus.
freaking cactus, right? Detroit Shrimp, good morning. Terry, good morning. I meant to say that earlier. I was watching Detroit Shrimp last night for a long time.
Right on, Foxy's. Right on. Same. I have it in all my shrimp tanks.
Terry, every cottonwood tree should not be cut down. No. You can just move them to Louisiana. I have azalea roots soaking in my outdoor tub. Cut them
Nice.
off a bunch of old plants that we pulled out of. Yep. If I'd have known then what I know now. Steven, good morning. What's up with your avatar? What is it going on with things right now? Like Greg's avatar's messed up. I don't think it is anymore, but no, it's not anymore. But
It's
Steven
Google, I'm
is
sure.
not coming through. And
No, I see Steven's just fine.
You see it?
Yeah, I see everybody.
Maybe it's
fine.
StreamYard. I wouldn't
Could
put
be.
anything past it right now. These two things or platforms are being goofy the last few days.
Crazy.
Yes, they are. I could go out and wander in the desert for cholla, but do I really want to?
No.
Not particularly.
I was looking at the cactus, the tree, and that looks like something I would accidentally brush up against, like the stinging nettle. It's,
Right?
Yeah, walking in a pasture or something. Or
no, you're not
I don't
supposed
know
to
where it
touch
grows.
it, but
But
somehow you just still find a way to run into it.
yeah, now we'll
Right.
be looking for it.
Foxy asked, "Will Dusty be making a fuzzy appearance today?"
Who is Dusty?
Dusty is the chinchilla. I'm not
You
sure.
have a chinchilla?
Yeah, that's like my easiest pet. It just
Oh my
I
God.
built her a giant pen so that she's not stuck inside of a cage. It's like a 4x6
Right.
pen.
I
And-
always wanted a chinchilla.
They're
They have
they're
the
cool.
softest fur.
They're it's hard to get one that's because with any breeding industry, it's hard to keep just the good genes in the pool when you can make money off of something. But thankfully, she's a very well-mannered chinchilla, and maybe sometime during a break or something, I can go grab her. And
Awesome.
but yeah, she's been awesome. It's so cute. I wish I could get her to hold the product without eating it. Kind of like those the Chinfluencer, I think it's called, on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff.
Uh-huh.
But she'd just eat through the plastic and then get it in that product in a chinchilla. So
Funny.
but yeah, whenever is a good time, I can always go grab her. And
Yeah, we are
Very cool.
fixing to take our break.
Coffee break.
Like, normally in the middle. Working on getting that pulled up as we speak.
okay.
When did you get your chinchilla?
So I got my chinchilla in about 2013. I was selling stuff for my high school football team, selling those. I don't know if other countries or other parts of the country do this. Selling these discount cards, and a family friend said, "Hey, now that you got the money, do you want to buy my chinchilla?" Because he had to move to Washington from Iowa, and chinchillas don't travel very well. So I'm like, no. Buy a chinchilla. It was like $200 for the chinchilla and the cage, which was a steal, but I didn't want it. I'm like in high school and busy. So eventually he got to the point where he just wanted to go to a good home. So I'm like, okay, why don't I just help you break even? And so I gave him $100 from selling those cards. And ever since then, she's just slowly gotten more and more spoiled, getting a bigger and bigger cage as I get the materials.
Oh, that is so cool. They're so soft.
They are
extremely.
Oh, Christopher Wheeler has sugar gliders. I love them too, but they bit the heck out of me when I was working at a pet store. I was trying to clean their cage, and good grief, 3 of them suckers jumped out. I mean, it's like they knew my hand was supposed to go in that cage, and when they jumped out, it wasn't like they were running; they were jumping out to eat me. And I mean, they
like
ran up
ninjas.
and they just bit me, and they were just everywhere. I was like, oh my God. And then I got loose in the store because they were all over me. It was crazy. It was insane. I was like, never again.
And that's the day Jess got fired from her job.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. But
when the ninja sugar gliders attacked her.
Yeah. They remind me of my flying squirrels that I've had. And so I do like them. In fact, that thing right there. Wait, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, it's a hanging bed for whatever like squirrels,
sugar gliders,
yeah, or ferret or whatever. But when I had all the squirrels that I raised, the flying squirrels, that was their bed, and so I didn't throw it away. But anyway, our extra animals are awesome. I love flying squirrels. I see them around here once in a while. Yeah, they're not as common as they used to be, but I've
never seen one in the wild.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute my cam and go to Dusty's room and see if I can wake her up really quick.
Okay, well, we're going to take a break right now, so that'll be good timing.
Okay.
Coffee.
Right. All right, everybody, we're going to go into our break, and it is brought to you by
Hi, Fish Fam. Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as a majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
I'm here at Moody Gardens, I beg your pardon. I gotta get the shot in this spot for my fish stew. I wish you would move your ass, stop touching the glass. I hate to harass, but let me take a little vid right fast. Yeah, it's Nemo, it's Dory, we all know the story. But don't forget Bruce and Crush and Bubbles and Gil. See if you can find them and let me film. Now reef preservation is quite a virtue, and every creature in the ocean has evolved to hurt you. Always swimming around, not making a sound, we'll take you down, you won't be found. And the scary motherfucker is invading every bay now. And speaking of pain, this is insane. Look at these jellies and let these death monsters entertain. This spot pretty plastic, probably better on acid. The lights, the motion, dripping on the ocean. People call them jellyfish, but I think you got the notion. A fish is a fish, and this is a jelly, I'm telling you, fella. And this is called the X umbrella. Nigeria, this might be my favorite area. You don't see this every day in Aquaria. And before we pivot from this exhibit, I must admit it, I got another jelly tidbit. If you've never been mired in Hydra, you might be surprised to find these guys reside in the same phylum. Hark, it's a shark, it'll bite you and leave a mark. It's kinda cool in a way, I could watch him all day, I say. But we gotta go, cause he's moving kinda slow. And I wanna pet a stingray. Now it's my first foray, but I can't see the moray. The eel, for real, up in the coral being steel. I'm gonna try to find him while he's too busy. Hide the shump in the other line, I wanna see some seals. Of course, I know my rhymes are forced. You're getting bored, you can't afford to hear no more. So here's my last report. It's a motherfucking seahorse. Surprise, bitch. It's a freshwater verse. I don't need to coerce or be terse. The song's getting worse. I just spit a random word like salami so I can say, man, that's a big ass gourami. Now this is pretty weird, it's not my typical vibe, but if you're entertained, then I think you should subscribe and hit the like. I know it's trite, but the algorithm's always right, so tell the feed you want to see more of me, Stephen P. 2003.
Don't forget to unmute.
Yep. So
Got
she's,
Got it. All right, welcome back, everyone. All right.
Fresh cup of coffee. I'm good.
Right. I'm ready to see Dusty.
I'm gonna try to.
You had to turn around. There you
Looks
go.
like I got it. So this is her giant cage. It's basically
Oh my
amazing.
goodness! Wow.
Oh, look.
And she loves the camera. So I think she knows.
Oh my God! Look how
Look.
freaking cute.
So she I love that whatever camera I just chose is the panoramic one. But she loves. Oh, let's start with the strawberry. You can. Whoops! I
Look.
She's like, you dropped something.
So they love small sweet treats like freeze-dried fruits. You can't give them too many, but they also love applewood twigs, and she loves her applewood. I'm gonna see if I can get closer. Get a little bit.
I like applewood when I'm barbecuing.
She's like, why are you putting on a face?
Look at her. She is adorable.
So Dusty is the Crayfish Empire mascot, and she's basically the Mystery Snail Guardian mascot now too.
Oh my God, she's so
Aw.
cute.
So they usually live. I think in the wild they live to about 15 years. You know, that's like if everything was perfect.
Yeah.
A lot of people with in captivity, it's anywhere from 9 to almost 27 years.
Wow.
Wow.
9 is really short, but unfortunately in the pet feed industry, without mentioning any names for many reasons, there are some brands like the first ingredient in their treats is sugar.
Okay.
And I had no, like, for the first 5 or 6 years of having her, whoops, because
Hey, what are you
they're a prey animal, they do kind of run away when they sense fear or sense a predator. But she goes right back to
she did.
eating the sticks.
She's like, my stick.
Yeah.
That is
So for years she was having this treat that was the first ingredient was sugar. So getting her off of that was probably extended her life a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Was
I'm
she
sure.
cranky? Was she cranky when you pulled her off the sugar?
Oh man, that was probably the most that she had ever bit. Like she was so angry, and you know,
Aw.
as a pet owner and having her for as long as I did, I understood what was going on.
Yeah, I'd be angry too.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, right.
I believe because she was having this treat almost every single day.
Yeah.
You know, there was absolutely a chemical imbalance in her body.
Yeah.
Where she was expecting that.
So, yep.
Kind of like getting off of pop or caffeine or coffee or
Well,
stuff
it was
like
an
that.
addiction, and a lot of people don't realize sugar is an addiction.
Exactly.
It is.
So
she is too.
That'd be like
Grant.
That'd be like taking coffee away from Jess. Not a good thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. But
she's adorable.
No, I appreciate it. She's
How long have you had her now?
8 years.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's been a long time. And she's about that old. I think I got her when she was 8 or 9.
Yeah.
8 or 9 months. So she's my baby. She's my child.
She's something.
Hey, good morning,
That's for
Timbo.
sure.
Taking it easy. Dragon Layer, good morning. He says they are herbivores in the wild, and sugar might be less than 1% of their diet. Same for grassland tortoises.
Right.
Yeah, whoever
that's-
designed that treat did not care.
Yeah.
So
Right.
Shannon says I get real cranky without sugar too. Whitney Wheeler just wants to pet her.
yeah. Oh,
It's hard to believe that
They're
it's
so
hard to
soft.
believe that back in the day that like back in the early 70s that these animals were raised for their fur.
Yeah.
And they weren't even considered pets, you know?
Right.
It's horrible. How could you hurt something that looks like that?
Well, there's a lot of animals that way.
It's
They're-
horrible.
They're really, really
Horrible.
cute. But the people do things.
Exactly. Like I said, a lot of humans just don't deserve the privilege of having a pet. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Amanda says that, I'm sorry, not Amanda. I was reading Amanda. She says she's so adorable. Danny Weshy, good morning. He said that chinchillas love dandelions.
They do. She goes apeshit over dandelions.
Aren't dandelions, like for people, they're a pain reliever if you.
Yeah,
made
they're
them-
medicinal.
Yeah. Yep. I think it's the roots that are the pain relieving part.
Oh, okay.
And I think
The roots are pain relieving, and the leaves, I believe, you can like blanch them or whatever and eat those as well.
yeah, they should be high in calcium. I think.
There's people
Right.
that put it in their salads, dandelions.
Mhm.
I think that's so weird. Here, you want to eat a flower?
Right. Well, people drink rose tea.
True.
Tastes
You
funny,
use
but
dandelions for a lot of things.
There we go. I'm gonna mute my camera really quick.
There you go.
But
Mystery snails love dandelion greens too. Really?
mm-hmm.
Wow. I give dandelions to Tony the bunny. Sharpie.
So just remember, guys, if you're looking for some really cool crayfish, go check out Joe's Shrimp Shack. Because he showed me some of this, he showed me some of this crayfish too.
Crayfish,
He's
yeah.
got some crayfish.
Crayfish
And
too.
he has got some really cool crayfish, man.
Now-
Really cool crayfish.
Grant, do you sell any crayfish yourself?
so I used to. I don't think I've shipped anything live for almost a year now, just because
Yeah.
of couriers. So
Uh-huh.
everything from live foods to crayfish to shrimp. Well, shrimp have been like 3 years, but it's just I hate sending an animal out and having it dead, and it just happened too many times. So until it might take a year, it might take 3 years until I can be comfortable with a courier and their service. I've just stopped, and it's
Right.
the food isn't going to die when Canada Customs holds it for a month and a half, like they keep doing.
Right. Right.
I've never sent live stuff into Canada. That's very very illegal. So for the record, but the it's just easier. So I'm actually checking out Joe Shrimp's shack right now to see what the crayfish he has.
Crayfish he's got. That's right. And remember, he's 10% off.
By using the code TAMS.
Correct. Lowercase TAMS.
The I was going to use Dusty as an example, as a conversation piece, if you guys don't mind,
Go for it.
about food and the pet food industry or commercial feed industry.
Please.
So the company that made those treats that had sugar as their first ingredient, it might have been that they know that they'll like the sugar. It might have been that the person had no idea when they were formulating that recipe. And what I like is when people message me and they're like, why do you put this ingredient in your food? And I tell them why I put the ingredient in my food. And then they tell me why they think I shouldn't. And sometimes that has resulted in ingredient changes, either as a whole or adjustments like less of that. The first round of shrimp sticks actually had calcium powder mixed into the spirulina. And when I found out that excess calcium in a shrimp's diet caused failed molds, well, that's opposite of what I want to do.
Right.
So, small changes like that, I could provide my feedback to the company, but I don't know if that particular company would even read my email.
Yeah.
But I love feedback like that because sometimes people just don't know. Or in my case, I can release a product and say it's good for snails, but if you have just shrimp, just don't use your money on that.
Yeah.
Right on.
Well, good to know.
Yeah.
Right on.
All right.
It's kind of like how you figured out how to use those berry leaves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wouldn't have thought that. I really wouldn't have never thought that.
It was on another stream is where I learned about some other different leaves. I think it was on Chubb's Aquatics and I think Detroit Shrimp. I think them two were talking together. And
Yeah.
that's
Well, I know
where
Father
learned
Fish does
about-
that a lot too.
That's where I learned about the oak leaves and the mulberry leaves. Yeah, so all right. Grant, why don't you get the box and let's before we do the giveaway, I want you to go through and pull out every one of them and just explain them individually.
So when you open up the box, the first thing you'll see is, as long as I don't drop it, this. And so it's an informational packet or foldable that has every product that is in the box inside this little brochure thing. And it does give a small overview of each one in case you forget whatever I said on this thing, on this stream. So that will be helpful. You can also hold on to that. It's got a discount code on it too. The next thing you'll see is the Snello, the MSG Snello. Oh, I'm tripping over my my thoughts.
I'll put you on the big screen.
The Mystery Snail
Snello Kit.
Guardians Snello Kit. Snello, if you don't know what Snello is, it is snail jello. And I almost put jello on here until I realized that was actually trademarked, so it's just Snello. And I'll go over this in depth here in a second. The calcium chips, a lot of people, it looks like a lot of the people that I see commenting have even used this. The calcium chips are just calcium carbonate mixed with ingredients. In this case, spirulina is the blue-green one. Beet is the purple one. Mesquite is in the white one. And light pink is the dragon fruit, which is almost $65 a pound for that powder.
Yeah.
It is insane.
Wow.
But as long as the snails like it. So with both the Snello kit and the calcium chips, the goal of this product is to provide a little more calcium in their diet, and for a highly competitive tank, because anyone with mystery snails that have hatched out the eggs know how competitive that tank can get for food.
Yeah.
Really fast. If they're deficient in calcium, they'll source their calcium from what their body tells them. Hey, this has calcium. Kind of like how humans have eaten dirt.
Yeah.
For deficiencies.
Grant, let me. Do you have a link to or a website that they can go to? Oh, I think Miss Lori just put it up there already. Okay. Tell them how much this box is with all the ingredients in it.
So this box is, I believe it was $47.99, and eventually that price will go up just because the cost of every single ingredient has gone up.
So worth it. So worth it.
Lord, yes.
Yeah, it's already discounted a little bit by 5 or 10% compared to just buying each one individually.
Uh-huh.
And you get the almost pet-proof box with it. So
that's right.
It's a really good deal, and it's a really good way just to send the link to someone and go, hey, I know you just got snails. Here's an easy way to start.
Right.
Was that link that you mentioned the correct link?
It's www.crayfishempire.com.
Yep. RB Animals Rescue. Well, pond snails eat that stuff. Bladder snails and pond snails seem to be a little picky. They'll eat dead stuff, but I don't think I've seen them on a calcium chip before. So if you try it out, just let me know.
They'll eat the Snello.
They do. They eat the Snello, and they yeah. I got pond snails in one of my tanks, and of course, I not knowing that much about snails, I just threw it in there, and they ate it.
Hey, there we go. Well, I guess pond snails won't eat that stuff. So with
they didn't go crazy over it, but they did partake.
Yeah, it's like a kid eating their greens reluctantly. So with the calcium chips, you'll just drop like 1 to 2 in there for every 5 to 10 snails. And then the Mystery Snail Guardians Snello Kit, it has a little bit more work to go into it, but it's shelf stable for a while because it's just all dry. You'll receive a packet of gelatin, and you'll just make gelatin water, mix the two together, freeze it, and you've got your food there. The snail cookies are one of the products that I used for the crayfish that were dealing with the shell rot, and so it's got a lot of pieces of kelp in it, dried kelp, and it's always been a hit with the mystery snails. You just drop in a piece.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
They go crazy. I'm telling you guys. If you guys haven't tried this stuff, you are missing out big time. And so are your snails.
Yeah. The calcium carbonate blocks, this might be something that changes sometime in the future, because I'd like to remove the binder of gelatin and just find a way to compress it into a block of calcium carbonate.
Okay.
But currently, this product is used to help raise the GH and KH in your tank and slowly dissolve into the water column and leave nothing behind. The Snello Boost was my attempt about 3.5 to 4 years ago to capture all the people that have their own Snello recipes and didn't need to buy the premix. So if you've got your own Snello recipe, but you just needed a source for calcium, This is a 1-to-1 mix of spirulina and calcium that just makes it a little bit easier to afford afford making homemade Snello.
Now, would you, if you don't normally make your homemade Snello, would you add this to your Mystery Snello kit, or does it already have all of that already in it, so there's no need?
So the Snello kit here already has the calcium, spirulina, and all the other stuff in it. So this itself is a standalone product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another question: are any of these like the Snello kit or the Snello Boost? Can any of these be just put in the tank without being made, like just as the powder form, put in the tank for like filter feeders or whatever?
The none of these, because the powdered spirulina, powdered beet powder and stuff like that would definitely adjust your water parameters.
Okay, so no. Okay.
Specifically the ammonia eventually.
Right.
Okay.
I know there are a lot of filter feeding shrimp that really like the cookie pellets, so they'll wait for these to break down, and they will break down because they're just pelleted, they're not extruded, and then they'll just sit near them and do their little
right
filter thing and just pick up everything that flies off of this. But as far as what's inside the Mystery Snail Guardian box itself, I would not recommend putting the powders into the tank.
Okay. Now, what about the calcium carbonate, the powder?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do with it?
So the calcium carbonate powder can be used to adjust your KH and your GH levels in your tank, and it will adjust both of them if you put in enough of it. I meant to grab a bag, but I don't have one right now.
I got one right here.
Awesome. There we go. So that is the free 11-ounce packet that can be ordered. Just cover the cost of shipping. If that's the only thing in your box, I think shipping domestically is like $6. And you can, I preach to get a GH and KH kit and test your water before you dose the calcium, because it can mess up a lot of things, especially if you've got shrimp or snails or other inverts.
Right.
Some don't like the changes. And so you can dose, say your water's hardness is super low and you need more calcium, or you need a higher GH level, then you can dose that carefully and just put it in as it is. You can also use the calcium to add to Snello, homemade Snello recipes, dust your crickets for your veiled chameleons, other reptiles, stuff like that.
So let's see. Let me go back up here. We had a question.
I was gonna ask about that calcium powder, because I do have a bearded dragon, and I was wondering if you could possibly use that too. And now I know.
And so Timbo, taking it easy, said, wanted to be correct, to be sure, all this stuff is good for shrimp as well, correct?
Yep. So the for shrimp, in moderation, it's great. So when I had my colony, there were so many babies, especially when I fed them the snail cookies and the cookie pellets. Just, I think it was because the cookies are the size of 4 shrimp, so they had plenty to eat.
Right.
But as soon as they started practicing or testing my food on them, there were so many babies, and it just got way out of hand. As I'd mentioned earlier, finding out that too much calcium in their diet can inhibit molts. Always just add, as with any animal, make sure there's a variety in the diet.
Right.
All right. Gaining lots of knowledge. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome, Christopher Wheeler. That's what we like to do.
55 viewers.
That's right. At 60,
5 more.
give away a
5
keychain.
more.
So we are fixing to give away a Snello kit, a Mystery Snail Guardians Kit, and Crayfish
Way
Empire.
cool.
The whole kit, not just the box.
Right.
And the way we're going to do this is we're going to do the snail race. Since we're doing snails, we're going to do the snail race. So what I need is for, let's see, we'll do 70. I need everybody. You're going to have to be careful because try not to pick the same number as someone else. But everybody in chat, pick a number between 1 and 70. And we're going to do the snail race. And when your number wins, you win the kit.
So when you say snail race, I remember this little tiny computer that I used to play with as a kid. I don't know where my hands are. There we go. And it had like 4 games on it, but a snail race was actually one of the games. And I just sit there for hours as like a 7-year-old, entertained by this. And just these snails would inch across the screen like a game of Pong.
Oh, fun.
I think Pong was even a game on there. So when you mentioned that just brought back that memory. I'm like, wow, I wish things were that simple again.
How fun. Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Right.
Did I sign in? I don't think I signed in. Does it matter? Here, let me start that over again. Let me make sure I'm signed in here. Yeah, I guess I never signed out. So give me just a minute and get it pulled back up. People are still putting their numbers in anyway, so.
So Too Cooley for Schooly asked, is this domestic only? Canada will accept my products. Australia knows me by name and told me to stop sending there.
Oh, shit.
Australian biosecurity specifically.
Wow.
They're strict. So eventually, I just asked them, would it be easier that I just don't send anything there? And they're like, we wanted to tell you that, but we couldn't. Oh, but yes. And I think they were trying to be as nice as they could because I try to be nice, especially if I'm in trouble.
Right. State or government.
Yeah. You know, they're
or a whole country
all the way over there, but I'm sure they have their ways. So, there are a couple accreditations that I can get here in the next few years that will open that back up. And I think once I'm compliant for Australia, I think just about any country will accept me. So to answer their question, Canada's fine, US is fine. The European Union, I don't know how they do their taxes. All I know is that I have to do stuff, so I can't legally ship there. But if there's anything outside of the EU and not Australia, I can always look into it.
So as of right now, just the States?
States and Canada.
States and Canada. All right. So
yay, Canada.
If you haven't gotten your number in chat, throw it in there real quick. Give a few more seconds for everybody to get that in.
We'll lock everybody in.
That's right. Lock everybody in.
Oh, that sounds like Cooley is in Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. Sharpie said if he wins, donate it to someone else stateside. Well, we can either do that or you can do another race, whatever you want to do. I'm not going to pick who it goes to. You would have to pick or we'd have to run and do another race. And we are going to do another race. I'm going to give away a small little kit, sample of the snail cookies.
They're awesome, fellas. I'm telling you.
And then, because I can throw these in envelopes. And then also a little one of the cookies, right? Cookie sample and the cookie pellet. The cookie pellets. So we're going to do these as well. All right. Everybody ready? Got your numbers in. I'm just going to hit stop. All right. Hitting stop.
Snail rays.
And ready, set, go. So that was number 27, I believe.
Oh, you got just click the winner's cup down there. Yep, and I'll tell you. Yep,
Number 27. I just should have done it for longer, and I didn't do that. All right.
I know I saw 27 in the thing too.
All right.
There's 37, 7, 17. I don't see a 27.
44, 56, 42, 45. We'll run it again if we don't see a 27.
I use the Control F find function, and I have 0 results.
All right. Well, we're going to do it again. Everybody's going to keep the same number they have. We're just going to run the race again.
Cool.
Oh, wait. I want to do it for longer, though.
Clear.
I'm trying.
Well, that's kind of jacked up.
Blah. Give me a minute. I'm reloading. Okay, set to 70. And
We have 63 people watching right now, by the way.
oh, well, we got to give away a
64.
keychain.
There we go.
Wow. And how many? Wait, where do I go to? Oh, I go up here to the top to set the number, right? For how long?
Yeah.
Wait, it won't let me. Wait, hang on.
Coffee is life's blood today. I'm telling you.
Bill. Okay. Now we got it. We're going for 45 seconds this time. I hope that says 45 seconds and not minutes. Ready, set, go.
You want to put it up on screen so people can see it?
Oh, shit. I didn't do that because I moved. Hold on. Pause. Shit. We're going to do it again. Stop. Pause. Clear. Okay. Sorry. Oh, my gosh. I had went out of it to start it over and it went out. Darn it. Did it come up? Did it come up that time?
I don't know, but
It's there.
There we go.
It's good.
looks good.
All right. Then here we go. So them snails is boogieing this time.
That's the fastest snail. That's like turbo.
Right?
Woohoo! Get it, little snail. Get it.
22 seconds to go. Let's see, I think 33's in the lead. Oh,
Nope,
20's
here comes
out
number
front.
20.
This looks like Mystery Snails going after a cookie.
Yeah, it does, doesn't
Right?
it? It
Exactly.
really does. They smell it once it hits the whoa. 56 just took off.
There's some
Oh.
Snello at the finish line.
Mhm.
Oh my!
29.
Came out of nowhere.
Who had 29?
We have a 29. Jesse potty mouth. I know I did say that, didn't I?
Yep, you did.
Oops. All right.
There is no 29.
Oh, is there no 29?
Huh.
You want to just go closest without going over?
Yeah, no, I want to get it on.
Dead
I wanna
on?
do it spot on, yeah. Okay, let me go back here. Race again. But I won't want to go that long this time since it's a Well, we're gonna do it anyway. All right, ready,
I
set,
said
go.
15
Third time's a charm.
seconds. 503. Oh my gosh, I want to win so bad.
I know, right? All right, 26 seconds to go. 52's in the lead. $48, 19, 26 coming up from the back. 11 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Comes 33. Here comes 33.
3,
Look at 33, 33, 33.
1.
Number 6. Who had 6?
That's number 6. That's right. Please tell me we had a 6.
Looks like Christopher Wheeler had 6.
Yep,
Awesome!
exactly.
Christopher Wheeler. All right. How do you
So who all had number 6?
there?
Who all had number 6? Was there just
Is
like
there
2
more than
people?
one that had 6?
Oh, I guess I hadn't. I just saw the first
Geek Boy
one.
also had 6. Geek Boy also had 6.
Told you guys not to do the same.
So just have a race with 1
Yeah.
and 2. There you go.
All right. That's what we're going to do.
So Christopher Wheeler says he was the first one to put it.
That's true.
And then Big J
But-
says Geek Boy had. I haven't flipped back in there to see who had
But it
6.
doesn't matter who did it first, who put it in first, though. It's just, it is what it is. 2 people did 6. So, all right. Well, let me back out and because I want to redo. Wait, will it let me just? No, it won't. Okay. Ugh. Now I got to put it up. There we go.
Down to the wire. That's the best.
2.
Yep. So who's 1 and
Okay.
who's 2?
Yeah. Who did it first?
Chris is 1 and Geek Boy is 2. We got a drag race of snails, man.
All right.
Terry said drag race. That's what I'm talking about. So Christopher will be 1.
Okay.
Geek Boy will be number 2.
I have to write that down. Okay, we got 2, and we're only going to go for 20 seconds.
I just want to know who's going to bring me some more coffee.
All right. Ready,
Right.
set, go.
Whoa.
Now they're going slow. Now they're getting going. Now they're
The
moving.
finish line was only 3 inches away.
Right? Oh, shit. Shoot. Don't know what number that was. That was number 2.
Right on.
Geek Boy. You win the Mystery Snail Guardians box. So what you need to do is email Grant. Miss Lori, can you put Grant's email in chat?
I think Annette is taking care of that.
We need it. So they need to email
Okay.
Annette.
The email we dropped in the private chat. There we go. I've got it. If anyone has won a prize from me in the last 6 months, they understand why she takes care of that now, because I'm so busy that I just
yeah.
Sure.
I don't think I've responded to your last text, Rocko, and that's been 4 weeks. So
Right.
yeah, it's just faster
Okay.
that way.
Mystery Snail Guardians. Email her at mysterysnailguardians@gmail.com, Geek Boy. Let her know that you were the one that won the box, the snail box, Mystery Snail box. and she will get that out to you. And congratulations. I know you will love it. Whether you got
guarantee it.
or shrimp or crayfish, all of those will love it very much so. All right, next race is for the cookie pellet sample, but what we're going to do this time, I wonder if I can do
like a Nightbot kind of thing.
I wonder if I can do Nightbot. Let me see if I can pull it up without it having to have been started at the beginning.
They just have to do like a hashtag.
Let's see.
You know, cookie sample or cookies or something. You know. Cookie Monster. There you go. That's what I'm going to name one of my big, huge snails, mystery snails. I'm going to name it Cookie Monster.
The Annette with Mystery Snail Guardians prompted this talk free samples grant. I was thinking you were doing a giveaway for one type and the other type.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I supplied one of each of the two samples, and we'll just do two giveaways for two samples?
Sure.
I mean, it'll
So I'll do my giveaway, and they'll get these two, and then you'll do a giveaway, and they'll get those. That one will get two as well.
Yep. That way they have a chance to try all three products.
Shoot, yeah. You bet.
Perfect.
Okay, channel. Let me see. Everybody. Why is it? Search. Let me see. Hashtag. We're gonna do cookies.
While you guys set that up, you mind if I talk a little bit?
Go for it.
Please do. Please do.
So with the samples, a lot of orders, I process between 200 and 300 orders per month, and a lot of them are just samples, which is perfectly fine because regardless of whether they're a brand new customer or a returning customer and they just have two snails to feed and they live off of samples, I love being able to A, supply that, and then B, they're always going to talk to a friend and go, oh yeah, I get these samples from so-and-so. If anyone wants to order samples from crayfishempire.com and wants to get the biggest bang for their buck, the shipping on the website is weight-based. So I'll tell you a little trick. If you get a bag of the free 11-ounce calcium carbonate and then choose two of the other three samples, whether it's a shrimp stick, cookie pellet, or the cookie and chip sample, normally I just throw all three of the small samples in, so you get all four for just the price of the first class mail shipping, which is only $5.99. Otherwise, if you add all four, the weight is going to push it up to $10 shipping domestic. So if you want to save $4 and try all the samples, just get the big bag of calcium and then two of the small ones. And as long as it's normally me that throws stuff in the bag, and it will be for a few weeks, you'll get all four samples. I'm going to grab that link.
Okay. Put in chat. I'm going to see if this works. I may not have done it right, but everybody in chat that wants to do this in the running for this giveaway, which is the snail cookies and the snail pellets, put hashtag cookies in chat. Hashtag cookies. Make sure I do this right. It's adding people, so I guess it is. Ooh, yay. I did it right. Woohoo. All right. I'm going to show that.
How much time are we giving for this, Jess?
Oh, just a minute or two. When it starts slowing down, and I know that everybody's kind of got their thing in, It shows me on this side who has and who hasn't.
So Rocko, earlier in the comment section, someone said that it looked like you'd been eating the snail cookies, and
Well,
I'm sure they look good. They don't taste good. Some people here may remember the video that I made when I ate snail cookies, and it was part of because so many people's pets and kids were getting into the snail cookies, and they were worried because
Right.
it's not human food.
Yes, I have it so mods can play. I do.
And I don't know how anything eats those things, because I tried so hard to just get through the video, but as soon as the video ended, I started gagging, and then I just lost it all. And
Right.
that was the snail.
But you didn't die.
I didn't die. Nope, and I'm still here. Didn't even have to call poison control.
Right on.
Oh, Mystery Snail Guardian said that she has the link if anyone wants to see it.
Absolutely. Post it.
Yeah, definitely post that. That's
Right. It has slowed down. So I'm fixing to hit stop.
But that just proves though that they are safe. I mean, that it's all natural stuff. It's all organic. It's all good. They can't hurt you or your pets.
I'm fixing to hit stop. Ready, set, stop. All right. And now I'm going to rock and roll. Roll it.
Get it.
Miss Roxanne. Foxy Fishes.
Whoop, whoop.
Sweet. Who would have? That's like. I'll show you. Hang on. There you go. Miss Roxanne.
Right on.
So you get one, and then let's see. We'll just go with the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll just run it again for the next one. All right. I'm rolling that Buddha Bean footage again for the second sample giveaway.
Give me one second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Rolling. We've got Richard McCarthy. Do I have a Richard McCarthy? Did Richard McCarthy show in? Oh, wait. Jay Oliver wasn't. Hang on. I got to roll that again. Not everybody was in it for some reason. Sorry. Well, I don't know. Crud. Richard McCarthy. You'll get one. And I'm going to give one more away since I screwed that up. If you don't mind, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. But Richard McCarthy, Roxanne, and I'm going to give away one more. Make sure everybody their button is pushed this time. I don't know why it changed. No, Richard, you're going to get one. All right, rolling it again. Chevy Fish. Oh, I didn't realize it put it in chat. That's cool. I'm new to this. I'm learning. Oh, wait. I got to take that off. Hide comment. All right. Now. There we go. All right. So we have Roxanne, Richard, and Chevy Fish. Congratulations, you guys. This has been fun. We're going to do one more giveaway because we made it to 64 people in chat. And just so you know, Grant, that's been the most.
That is awesome. I'm happy to be part of that.
So we're going to redo it. We're going to do a different hashtag this time. Let's see. We're going to do hashtag TAMS. So hashtag TAMS. And that's for a keychain, an Aquatic Morning Show keychain.
I'm so sorry.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I had to get some documents faxed off to a lawyer, so
While
my
they're
lawyer's finally getting on it. I'm happy.
that is always good. It's frustrating to sit and wait.
Oh, it's been over a year.
Oh, well, that's a long time then.
Yeah. Well, I got hurt at work last year, and go do therapy, go do this, go see this doctor, now go see that doctor, now go see this doctor. And half the time the doctors were canceling on me and rescheduling, and it was just a mess. I mean, a big time mess. And then of course at the end, insurance company's like, oh yeah, well, we figured out that we're not going to pay you anymore.
Yep.
It's pre-existing. Like it was pre-existing the moment it happened.
The after breaking both of my legs, that was quite a ride through the insurance and health industry. So as soon as you mentioned that things started not going the way that you anticipated them to, it's frustrating how often that happens.
All the time.
Ricky, y'all
So we
hang
got a
on
winner?
just a second. No, not yet. I hadn't said that. They're putting it in, but it's not. I messed up something. Well, it looks like it's coming through now. It's just taking a minute.
Right on.
And I hit roll it twice on accident. So when I did that, it threw a winner in chat. Although,
Oh, I got you.
There, now it's coming through.
I got you. So, if you don't mind me asking, what kind of bike did you have?
So I had a 1998 Suzuki Marauder. It was a VZ 800.
Mm-hmm.
V as in Victor,
Right.
Z as in zebra. And man, that's got to still be my favorite bike of any bike that I've ridden. Before that, I had a
Right.
2005 GZ 250.
Okay. Yeah, everybody re-enter your hashtag. I'm very sorry. I'm new to learning this, so I didn't know that. Yeah.
Learning
Anyway,
on the fly, man.
learning on the fly. That's right.
No,
so
when I had
if you didn't do it again, throw hashtag TAMS in chat to be in the running for the keychain because we made it over 60 today.
right on.
What's
No, when I
the,
had my bike accident in 2016, I totaled a Harley.
That's expensive.
That hurt bad.
Yeah, they're not light either.
Oh no, not at all. It's right around 5.5. And
Yeah.
it was and the thing of it was the brunt of the bike landed on the back of my leg, and that's what snapped my femur.
Once the bike gets on top of you, it's amazing what kind of damage it can do. Let's see.
Oh, Christopher Wheeler, thank you so much for coming, and we hope to see you again.
Right on.
All right, I'm fixing to run it. Did everybody get theirs in? Hashtag TAMS.
Let's get it.
This time is for real. Gotta make sure everybody is clicked.
What's the highest amount of likes you guys have had on your videos too?
On the live streams, usually by the end of the day, but by the second day, there's about 200 to 275 has been the norm. Yeah. All right, just gonna roll it. 1, 2, 3, rolling. Timbo taking
it easy. Congratulations, my friend.
I feel like I just shipped something out to him.
Congratulations, Timbo. Email us at the Aquatic Morning Show and send us your address and your name right on there, one keychain, and we will get that out to you. And if you, let's see, who won
He want a kit from y'all.
Roxanne and Richard.
I was going to say the Timbo's kit is currently out for delivery. So if you're watching this, keep an eye out the window.
How cool is that? S. And a guest appearance from Bandito.
He got
The Frito. The
okay,
Frito
so
Bandito.
this one I'm gonna send to Roxanne and Chevy Fish, and you're gonna send yours to Richard.
Sure, that works.
Okay.
As long as Roxanne doesn't need anything like stickers from me or something, because if she does need that,
I think I've got enough. Y'all sent me a pretty good bit to pass out. I do. I've got both. I've got both of y'all stickers.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I will send those out with these. You guys just email the Aquatic Morning Show and we will get these out to you one way or another.
Ricky de Horios.
Yes.
He asked if I sell snails. I don't currently. I used to sell like the pink and orange ram's horn ones, but mystery snails. The mystery snail industry is so flooded right now. I'd be stuck with lots and lots of food testers.
You email the Aquatic Morning Show at gmail.com, Richard.
What you doing, boy?
All right. So we've had so much fun. We've gone over our 2 hours that we normally do, which we have been doing that lately because we've been having so much fun. We've been running about an hour or two, and at 2:20 to 2:30.
Yep.
So that's right, you guys. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out.
Right.
But first, we are going to do the lineup for the rest of the live streams that we do, that the Fish Fam does for the day. And also tomorrow, we're doing a special, the Aquatic Morning Show, on a time that we don't normally do, because we're going to have Zenzo from
Whoop, whoop.
I can't ever say that. Tanzawa, I think, Aquatics. And he couldn't do very early, and that's why we're having a special time on a Wednesday. That will be after Joe's Shrimp Shack. We'll have ours. And then we'll be back Thursday at our normal time. So, and Thursday, we're having Bob Stingfight. So, it's been a big week, starting out with Grant.
Right.
And then with Bob Stingfight.
It's a busy week for you guys.
Yeah. So,
It's been a really good week, though.
It's been a really good week, yeah. So, give us that lineup.
All right. At 1 p.m. today, we have Afternoon Delight with Rico. And again, at 6:30, in case you didn't get enough of Rico at 1 o'clock, you can get him again at 6:30. At 7 o'clock, we have SLC Aquatics and the Secret History Living Your Aquarium. At 8 p.m., we have multiple aquariums. And at 9, 2 shows, Bentley Pasco and Ladies Night.
That's right, Ladies Night. I didn't even have time to talk about Ladies Night. Oh my gosh, hang on. So tonight, Shanna, what time? It's at 9 Central.
Yep.
So
Eastern. 9 Eastern.
9 Eastern, so it'll be 8 Central.
Roger.
Okay. We're having Ladies Night. The first Ladies Night, it's on Shanna's channel, 503 Aquatics, and your hosts are Shanna, 503 Aquatics, me, and Miss Dee Dee. It will be it is an open panel, so we'll explain that tonight with many other things. So don't forget Ladies Night tonight.
All right. At 10 p, we have All Things Fish and Dr. Black 66. And at 1 a.m., Kevin Leon from Kevin's Aquatics.
Ooh,
Canine.
Rico Stan tonight is having Danny from Danikin tonight.
Whoop, whoop.
Sweet.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
It is
Tuesday's
2:50.
turning into the Thursdays now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wasn't my choice, though. I stick to my word. I'm just helping. What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow, Wednesday, at 9 a.m. is Father Fish, as well as Flip Aquatics. And at 10 a.m., the one and the only Joe Shrimp Shack. At 12 p.m., we have JDR Aquatics and Reptiles. At 5 p.m., we have Brienne's Fish Fam. And at 6, Kaler's Aquatics. At 7, Rob 93. At 8 is Jedrin Aquatics with Jason and Papa Shrimp. At 8 as well is Jay Wilson. 9 is Dan's Fish and Primetime Aquatics. And at 10:30 is Natural Aquariums. And 11, Punchy Paints.
All right. So
And then
that's a
tomorrow at 11, special stream tomorrow at 11, will be us.
That's right. The Aquatic Morning Show. So you will get
That's right.
what you've been asking for. You'll get a Wednesday Aquatic Morning Show stream.
There you go.
You guys, don't forget this weekend, the hype, the talk, Fishtoberfest.
Right.
Our very own Kenny E. Danikin Aquatics is putting on Fishtoberfest. That is the talk and the hype. Be there
Right.
or miss out. We don't want you to miss out, though.
Be part of the Greater Portland Aquarium Society.
That's
And
right.
Kenny is the president there. So guys, show him some support and some love, and do everything you can if you get there, show him some love and enjoy yourself at the show.
That's right. That's right. Some other dates for October are the American Library Association is in Florida, 21st through the 24th. Catfish Cataclysm is it this weekend too? It is. The 8th through the 10th. And Aquashella, Dallas is the 30th and 31st. Which your very own Aquatic Morning Show will be there. So
right on.
All we're gonna
don't miss that
about
one. That one's gonna be exciting.
And I think it's only right to go out listening to snails.
I would like to say thank you so much to our sponsors. You guys are amazing. Can't do it without you. All these amazing giveaways we have, it all because of the sponsors helping us out. Mods, you guys are freaking tabulous. You guys are amazing. Love you so much. Can't do it without you. And of course, the viewers, you're the best ever.
That's right. And also, if you're a sponsor or if you want to be a sponsor, if you're interested in it, let me know. And it's a new month. It's time for our sponsors to re-up. If you have any questions about that, let me know. Email me. I'll send you my phone number if you want to talk to me. Love you guys.
Hey, girl.
See you tomorrow morning after Joe Shrimp Shack. Love y'all. Thank you, Grant, for coming and being our guest today. Hopefully we'll do it again.
You rock, buddy.
Yeah, just let me know, and I'm sure between Annette and I we'll find plenty of other stuff to give away too.
Sweet.
Fantastic.
You're
the best, brother. Appreciate you so much.
All right, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. See you tomorrow.
But you should know they like their pH of the 8, and they think the team's great. The young just do them well. Ammonia makes their foot swell. They also will eat wafers and carrot as a treat. Feed them bloodworms and red shrimp to keep their operculum pimp. They lay eggs on hood and lid, so make sure it's tightly fixed, or there will come a day where your snails have ran away.
I don't have a problem.